Damian Lillard, 1 of 7 from three-point shooting and a dislocated finger. His team, series tied at 1.
I mean, it's just sore. A little bit tender, just to the touch, and dislocated it. So, it's just sore, a little bit swollen, and it's, uncomfortable.
Next question is coming from Mark Medina with USA Today.
I don't know if this is too early, but given that, what's your sense of your
What you mean?
as far as playing?
Oh, I'm playing.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
Damian, you guys have been really hot on offense this entire bubble trip. Were you just due for maybe a bad game as a team? Or are the Lakers really doing things to slow you guys down?
I wouldn't say we were due, but I do think that the game balances itself out. Some guys come out and have a huge night, and then the next night, they could be cooled off. Some teams play really well for stretches, and then they have that game where they cool off. And I think we've played really well offensively since we've been here. So I wouldn't say we were due, but I mean, it happens. Sometimes you have a tough night on that end of the floor, and I think tonight we had a tough night on the offensive end of the floor.
Next question is coming from Cassidy Hubbard with ESPN.
Dave, we saw when the trainers were talking to you as you're by the bench, got emotional, you threw your towel. What were you feeling in that moment?
I mean, at that point, when it first happened, I was, pulling at it, and it was a little bit, I've never done that, so I pulled it back a little bit myself, but it still was out, and they had to put it back for me. And at that point, I thought it was broke, so I was just frustrated because I had to go back and get it looked at. And, I was just frustrated. It was just bad timing. I handled the ball a lot. So just knowing that there's going to be some discomfort, and I don't know how that's going to feel or how it's going to go is frustrating. So that's all it was.
You said this isn't your first dislocated finger. Is this the first time you tried to pull it out?
I've never dislocated my finger.
Did you think you could hit it on baby's foot, or
I didn't know what happened. I just know I reached from behind, and I didn't know if it was like his leg or his foot, or if I just pushed my hand into his back or what. But I felt it right away, and when I felt it, I didn't even want to look at it. But I looked, and it was off, and I immediately started to try to pull it back, and I got it to go back a little bit, but it was still out. And when I went to the back, they had to pull it back.
Next question is coming from Jason Quick with The Athletic.
Dane, what's your sense of this team's fatigue level right now?
I don't think we're very fatigued. I think obviously playing every other day is tough, but we don't have to travel. We're able to go right back and get treatment and cold tub and do the things that we need to do, and then we got another day in between to continue that, and then we've been playing the late game. So it's tiring, but I think we got a lot of things working in our favor as far as not traveling and being able to go right back to the hotel and get right on the things that we need to get on top of. And we coming off a long break, so I don't think that's an excuse or anything that we would say about ourselves.
Hey, man, they got stuff to move, Bucci. Absolutely. Great attitude there by Lillard. No complaining, no whining. Tremendous job by the Lakers coaches and players. There was obviously a strategy here. They sent a double team at Lillard 16 times. Portland shot 2 of 13 on those plays, 0 of 7 on three-pointers. No one shot the ball well for Portland. The starters,
I'm just following the game plan. As much as those guys make tough shots, you still have to try to make them take tough shots. You can't pressure them because they live under the pressure. They succeed under the pressure. They thrive under the pressure. But you can't have breakdowns. And when you have a defensive strategy, you have to execute that defensive strategy for 48 minutes or for the minutes that they're on the floor. And I think we did a great job with that tonight.
What
what did you see as the biggest difference in AD from game 1 to game 2, and how did you try to help facilitate that starting that first quarter?
He was just aggressive, from the beginning of the game. Wasn't passive at all. Looked for his shots. Even some of that he missed early, he continued to look for his shot, and he did a great job of offensive rebounding as well, getting some putbacks in that fashion.
Yeah, Lebron, it's Dave. How does your guys' defensive effort help this team score on the other end?
Well, that's been one of our staples all year. Our defense always fuels our break, fuels our offense. When we're able to get multiple stops in a row, we can get out and run our lanes, run our patterns, and we can either get guys flying down the paint for dunks and lobs and layups, or our shooters can get going from the perimeter, which was the case tonight.
Allie? All right, we're going to start with Kyle Goon.
LeBron, obviously Portland has had a really good run in the bubble, and that game 1 they had a lot of spirit in. How important was it for you guys to just kind of crush them a little bit and demoralize them?
No, it was just one game, and we wanted to execute about 48 minutes, and we felt like we did a decent job of executing the first game, besides the opening minutes of the first 6 minutes of the first quarter, and then the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. And that's when they took advantage of us. So we knew we had to not have as many defensive laps, not many breakdowns coming into this game, no matter the score, which would give us a better chance of winning the game.
Tanya Ganguly?
I know that it's just one game and you've been through this enough times that you know not to keep things in perspective a little bit, but this was the best your offense is in the bubble. And I wonder, do you think that was important to be able to have a game like this and kind of get that?
Well, it's always great to see the ball go through the rim, but more importantly, to defend. And I think sometimes your defense energizes your offense. But from the beginning of the game, it was great to see KCP have no conscience about his shot, get it going from the outside. JaVale did an unbelievable job getting offensive rebounds, second chance points. And everyone who came into the game just gave us energy and effort. And trickled down to everybody that played tonight.
Brian?
LeBron, I saw an acronym on your mask there. Did you have any concern yesterday when the president urged people to boycott Goodyear, what that could mean in the community? Obviously, a lot of jobs and things back home there.
Nah, I know my people of Akron, and I know what Goodyear means to our city. So, one thing about us is we don't bend and we don't fold and we don't break for nobody. So I'm not worried about that. Not only has Goodyear been great for my city, for the history of my city, but for the country and what they've represented. It's an unbelievable brand, unbelievable history. So we stand strong and we always unite, especially in my city. We've always felt like we've been counted out, being a small city, and that's what rallies us even more and makes us even stronger. So shout out, salute to all the workers, men and women at Goodyear over the course of their history, and to the city of Akron.
Chris Mannix?
Rob, when the perimeter shooting struggles the way it did, in the restart in game 1, how confident are you coming in that if you keep making the same plays and keep getting those guys the ball, those shots will eventually fall?
Because I'm confident when it comes to work ethic, and when you put in the work, the results will happen. If you didn't put in the work, that's when you get worried. And our shooters and our guys put in the work every day on their shot, and repetition. When you have repetition, you have results. So never a doubt in my mind. And we still didn't shoot the ball extremely well tonight. We had some go in, but I feel like we're going to get it going at some point where everyone is shooting it in. So, but guys are repping, guys are working, so it's nothing to worry about.
Taylor?
Yeah, LeBron, there is a video of you saying we're built different in the middle of the game. So what are you guys made of? I mean, in your opinion, what makes you different from the rest of the league? What separates you from the rest of the league?
I really don't compare us to anybody in the league. It's not what everybody else does. It's not what the time everyone's put in. I just know what type of season we've had this year. It's been 3 or 4 seasons in one. We've had a lot of. I mean, it started from training camp.